only what I hate, he just don't earn it like how real like UFC fighter should earn it, and then he just cocky, you know. He should be humble, listen.
Who you fought? You don't even does it. You think I'm gonna go backwards and fight number 15?
I'm gonna show you.
I'm fighting for the belt.
Dvalishvili is fired up and ready to prove a point, vowing to bring Nurmagomedov's overconfidence crashing down in their next showdown. Merab talks about Umar, says he's skilled, but hasn't fought top guys to prove himself. He explains why he took the fight, wants to give fans what they want and step up for the UFC. Ends by saying he's always ready for challenges and is grateful for the chance.
Between my fights, and I was gonna enjoy, but and when Peter has a great fight against Figueiredo, I was so excited, especially he called me out. And then since Umar wasn't able to fight in March, I said, okay, let's fight Peter Yan in March in Vegas. O'Malley was coming back in April. I was thinking to fight O'Malley in April, and I was thinking to fight Umar in May. But no, flipped. Now I'm gonna fight Umar. It's gonna be a tough fight. As a fighter, he's a good fighter, but he don't earn like every.
Umar Nurmagomedov says he's always ready for a fight, keeps training hard, and stays focused no matter who the opponent is.
You didn't go through the gauntlet. You only got through Corey Sandhagen, who doesn't even do wrestling. You might not have earned this shot. It's just based on your last name.
Kaya Sakura fighting for the title. Debut fight. Who cares? Who cares about deserve, not deserve?
Merab expresses that he has no respect for his Umar, calling him a liar and accusing him of avoiding a fight. He criticizes the Umar for not being honest and says he will prove that he's ready for the fight.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take the belt and you know it.
You how dare you, sneaky guy. After I beat Peter Yan and I come #1 contender, you call me out. I don't even see this video that time, and you come in the locker room and you shake my head, congratulations. And you wanna fight me after you was number 14, I was number 1? You wanna fight me?
Umar responds by saying he doesn't care about his opponent's claims or respect. He emphasizes that he is focused on becoming a champion and that his opponent hasn't earned the title shot. He also mentions that he's willing to fight anyone.
Nobody don't care about this rematch.
Bro,
only one person who can beat you.
Whoever is busy. You're not a busy.
You're not
fighting
person
once a year.
who choosing opponent for the title. You not. You fighter. UFC not owner your
You have to
company.
enjoy. You have to enjoy.
Shut up and fight.
Dvalishvili shares how staying disciplined with training and dieting is tough but necessary. He emphasizes the importance of focus and consistency to succeed in MMA, even when the process gets challenging.
I heard UFC needs come and went, and UFC they told me if I was ready for January, I was gonna take my time, but so I step up and I give what UFC wants, and I give people what they want, and I take this challenge, and that's it.
And question?
And so when they told me, so when they was talking about Umar, I said, Umar, like same thing, like I said here, Umar lost respect from me.
Javier Mendez said Umar Nurmagomedov had trouble getting a fight. They thought he'd face Song Yadong on December 14th, but it didn't happen. Umar just wanted to fight before Ramadan, no matter who it was. Then out of nowhere, Mendez heard Umar's fighting on the same card as Islam for the title. It's short notice, but Mendez thinks Umar's ready.
Be a new bantamweight champion, and it's gonna be, a Nurmagomedov, little Umar, little ego, young ego.
Father's plan, right?
Yeah, father's plan. Yeah, little Umar's he's gonna do it. I feel really comfortable with that, and he's got a really super tough champion in front of him, and it's not gonna be easy by any means, but I believe we're gonna do it.
Mendez said Umar's a beast and confident, doesn't care who he fights. Umar's undefeated, trains hard, and knows his skills. He said Umar's mindset and discipline make him dangerous. Even with short notice, Mendez believes Umar's fully ready.
The champ's got great grappling, well, we do too. He's got okay striking, well, we have great striking. So decent submissions, we have pretty good submissions. So we're good in every area that he can bring, we can bring also.
And I know after the Corey Sandhagen fight, that was for the #1 contender fight, but these past few weeks, a bit of a whirlwind where it seemed like he may be fighting Song Yadong, and I did speak to Song Yadong a few weeks ago in Sacramento, and he told me, when can we see you back? You know, the fans miss you.
Yeah, probably in January.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I want to fight the card in LA, Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA, 3/11, right?
3/11, yeah, 3/11.
Awesome. Yeah, I spoke to Uri, that's what he told me.
Yeah, if Umar take the fight, yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be Umar?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Combat sports analyst Joe Rogan talks about Umar Nurmagomedov's skills and potential, says he's got a smooth, unique style, good with front kicks, and that left hook KO was solid. Umar's undefeated at 16-0 and dominated Raoni Barcelos like no one else has. Rogan thinks he could be champ and mentions how strong the Nurmagomedov family is in MMA.
You know, and Umar has a real potential to be the champion. He really does, man. He's fucking good, dude. And Raoni Barcelos is no joke.
Yeah.
Raoni is really good, and for him to take him out like that,
nobody's ever beat him like that.
No.
And
yeah, Merab versus Umar's interesting. That would be the big fight to get Umar right to the fucking top.
Think about like what you've got now with like Nurmagomedov. He steps down, but then you have Umar.
He looks great, man.
Phenomenal.
Davison Figueiredo thinks Merab Dvalishvili's got a good chance to pull off an upset against Umar Nurmagomedov in the first UFC title fight of 2025. Even though Dvalishvili is the champ with a 12-fight win streak, he's the underdog in this one. There's a lot of hype around Nurmagomedov, but Figueiredo, 24-4 and 1 MMA, 13-4 and 1 UFC, thinks the belt's staying with Merab. Figueiredo added, "I'm leaning towards Merab," Figueiredo told MMA Junkie through an interpreter. His striking's not great, but he tires people out and confuses them enough to get them down. Umar's dangerous with submissions from the bottom, so Merab's gotta watch for that. But after 5 rounds, I see Merab winning. Figueiredo's watching UFC 311 closely. He might have been next in line for the winner if not for his loss to Petr Yan in November. Still, he's not giving up on his shot at the belt. He's open to going back to flyweight for a rematch with Alexandre Pantoja. "I'm focused on the 135 belt," Figueiredo said. "I've got some adjustments to make. I'm gonna reinvent myself and get that title." Luke Thomas talks about Umar Nurmagomedov's solid skills and undefeated record. He mentions how Umar could be the future of the bantamweight division and highlights his dominant style and potential.
Figueiredo had a nice win streak, but it came to an end. Yan has kind of already tasted the title, and the win over Figueiredo was fantastic, but it just wasn't necessarily enough at the present moment. Umar has the Nurmagomedov name, he's undefeated, and he brings in, I think, a very, very difficult style for Merab. Merab can win that fight. Again, the guy attempted nearly 50 takedowns against Petr Yan when they fought. He has a motor like I've never seen in MMA, but there's a level of refinement and polish, both in the stand-up and in particular some of the wrestling and scrambling game of Umar Nurmagomedov that's going to be, I think, a big problem for him.
Thomas talks about how Umar's performances, especially his win over Raoni Barcelos, show he's ready for top competition. He points out that Umar's dominant style makes him one of the top prospects in the division.
At bare minimum, a difficult challenge one way or the other. Fantastic fight, and you could get the coronation of yet another Nurmagomedov holding a title. Remember, Usman Nurmagomedov holds a title currently over in PFL or whatever you want to call that. So now you might get one returning to the UFC this whole time. And of course, Islam Makhachev, part of the Nurmagomedov kind of empire, not sharing the name, but you know, part of the team. He also is our current title holder. Would be very, very impressive if they can make that happen. I don't know what the odds are on this. The news is so new, we haven't seen it yet. But that's a hell of a fight. That's a fun fight. Umar's stats to this point, if I may, very quickly, I'm going to pull this up here. Again, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in the UFC. Undefeated. Obviously, he got a decision.
Merab thinks Umar isn't ready for a title shot. He's only beaten one top 15 guy, Corey Sandhagen. Merab feels Umar's rise was too quick and doesn't see him as a big challenge, even though he's good. He says fighters need to beat the top guys to earn that shot.
Not afraid to anything, you know. That's why interesting and challenge for me too. When I'm thinking Peter Yan is dangerous and I'm gonna fight him, and if I beat, and when I beat, I was so happy, and of course it's more even enjoyable. It's same thing Jose Aldo. He was legend for me and I beat him. Wow, like it was even better. Same thing you, Henry. You huge and you good, and yeah, you beat me first round, and when I next 2 rounds I win, and then it was good, I like these big challenges, but I don't see Umar Nurmagomedov big challenge. Yeah, maybe he's good fighter, but number one thing, he don't deserve title fight because he's been fighting nobody's, like just right before fight he beat debut guy.
Moreover, Merab doesn't like how Umar got pushed up the ranks just because of his family connections. He respects fighters who've earned their spot by facing tough competition, like Kamaru Usman and others, but feels Umar's rise was unfair.
But I don't like hype, and I don't like because of you somebody's cousin, and that's why you got pushed, because we all earn to get here, and Kamaru, you get a hard time. I remember they wasn't give you a title fight long time. You was chasing, yeah, like other guys too, but yeah, Umar just get pushed, and that's a little bit like unfair. That's all,
Umar responds to the idea that he's been pushed because of his name. He says fighters with just one win, like Corey, get title shots, so he thinks he deserves his shot too. He points out UFC often makes fights based on pay-per-view potential. Umar doesn't care about Merab's opinions, says if they fight, fine, but Merab doesn't deserve it. He's focused on his goals and will fight whoever's in his way.
I think it's like a lot of champions fights happen like between guys who just have one win streak. For example, O'Malley, he fight with Chito, right? And he just lose. Corey beat Pedro Munoz and fight for the title. It means you have to deserve just one win streak. And in UFC, you don't need deserve fights for the title or for something. If this fight will sell pay-per-view, if it's gonna be, if people love it, it's gonna happen.
Umar explains that calling someone out isn't disrespectful to him. He says if you want to be the best, you have to challenge for the title. He understands why Merab might take it personally, but Umar's goal is to be the best, not to disrespect anyone. He contrasts himself with people who troll for attention, saying he's focused on his purpose.
He doing 135 and we go fight. Who cares?
That's an anorexic King Kong. Dude.
I love this.
I don't care. I really don't care. I don't want to wait these guys. I have my purpose. I have my goal, become greatest, and I want to be pound for pound. I want to be, fighter for the year, and I want to be like one of the best.
Right.
And I don't want to wait with these guys when they be ready, they won't, they don't want.
Merab Dvalishvili acknowledged Umar Nurmagomedov as a skilled fighter and admitted that their upcoming bout would be a tough challenge. However, he expressed frustration with how Umar secured his title opportunity. Merab argued that while other contenders had to work hard to earn their shot at the belt, Umar's path seemed less demanding.
Umar is a good fighter, it's a big challenge, but he don't earn it like rest of us, like we all know that we all work hard to earn, to get here, and I don't get anything easy, but Umar somehow gets easy. He just complains all the time, nobody wanna fight him, but there is so many good fighters. There is Bautista, there is other fighters, they are killers, even Jackson, I forget his first name, and he fought only Sanhagan, no wrestling. And
Henry Cejudo recalled a time when Umar Nurmagomedov hadn't yet entered the UFC but was already catching the attention of top fighters. At the height of his career, the two-division UFC champion noticed something unique about the young prospect. Cejudo remembered being impressed by Umar early on.
I remember this, and it's on video too, so it was with the anatomy of a fighter. I remember I looked at Umar, and he was sitting down, and I'm like, and this guy right here, I got my eyes on this dude. And then it's on film, because I'm saying that I knew that you were the future. Eventually, when you weren't even in the UFC yet, I think, at that time.
Yes.
But I knew that there was just something special about you. the first time that I kind of rolled with you in San Jose. And
additionally, Adriano Yanez expressed his excitement for the upcoming fight, describing it as a fascinating matchup due to the contrasting styles of the fighters. He pointed out how close the first fight between Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan was, especially since Arman stepped in on short notice. While Yanez thinks Makhachev's dominant streak gives him the advantage, he acknowledged the unpredictability of the rematch and wouldn't be shocked if Arman managed to win. He added that the backstory of the fight makes it even more compelling, and one of the bouts he's most eager to watch.
Ooh, man, that's gonna be a fun one, man. That's one of those ones where I just kind of sit back and I just want to watch, and I'd watch and not really break down, just because I don't know what's exactly gonna happen. But just because of the run that Islam's been on, I'm gonna go Islam. But I wouldn't be surprised if Arman took the win. That one for me is more like to me, that's a dream matchup, dream fight. Just two styles, you know. It was a very close fight the first time they fought. So especially on Arman's short notice, it was a short notice for Arman. So for me, I'm just like, man, I want to, like, just the storyline behind it is gonna be amazing. So I can't.
In addition, Lucas Tracy voiced serious doubts about Dvalishvili's chances of winning even one round against the undefeated Umar Nurmagomedov. He predicted a dominant 50-45 victory for Umar, confident the challenger would control every round. Tracy based this prediction on Dvalishvili's lackluster showing against O'Malley and Nurmagomedov's strong track record. With Umar's undefeated streak and versatile skill set, Tracy sees this as one of the toughest challenges of Dvalishvili's career.
Picking Umar Nurmagomedov to 50-45 Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 311 to take every single round from him. And yes, a big part of that has to do with Merab's last performance, and it also has to do with Umar.
Joshua Van expressed his excitement for the upcoming fight between Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan, emphasizing the high level of skill both fighters bring to the table. He acknowledged Islam's steady improvement with each fight and praised Arman for his impressive performance against Oliveira in his last bout. Van described the matchup as evenly balanced, calling it a 50-50 fight that's difficult to predict. His remarks highlight the fight's unpredictable nature and his anticipation for a closely contested battle.
Ooh, that's gonna be a great fight. You know, Islam is getting better at each fight. You know, and the guy that you just mentioned, he's very good too. His last fight against Oliveira, right? Yeah. That was a great fight too. So I think this is like a 50.
Sean O'Malley shared his thoughts on the fight between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili, predicting that Umar has a strong chance of coming out on top. He praised Umar's unique skill set, which he believes could give him the edge over Merab. O'Malley also commented on Merab's abilities, saying that apart from his physical strength, which was evident during their fight,
do you think Umar would beat him?
I do think Umar might beat him low-key, which kind of, I mean, it is what it is. We'll see where I'm at, or where the division's at when I get back, but I think Umar definitely could beat Merab. He's fucking not, like, great. He's just good. He felt strong, but his skills didn't feel, like, great. He just felt stronger than me, and
Kamaru Usman spoke highly of Umar Nurmagomedov, appreciating his mindset and approach to the sport. Usman said he understood the challenges Umar faced early in his career, as they reminded him of the doubts he experienced in his own journey. He showed his support for Umar, wishing him well as he works his way up in the bantamweight division.
Where you're at, and I like the way you think about it, because I was in a similar position to where I wanted to fight with Wonder Boy at the time, and they say the same thing to me, don't deserve it. And I wanted to fight with everybody in the top 5, and they say the same thing to me, you don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. No, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him.
Alex Hernandez acknowledged Arman Tsarukyan as Islam Makhachev's toughest challenger, describing him as an incredible fighter. However, he predicted that Islam would retain his title, noting that while Arman is a serious threat, Islam still has the upper hand. Hernandez added that if Arman doesn't succeed, it's difficult to imagine anyone else beating Makhachev. He praised both fighters for their versatility, but highlighted Islam's continuous improvement, particularly in his striking. With a strong team supporting him, Hernandez believes Islam remains the favorite to win.
You know, Arman's his most competitive fight. The dude's an absolute monster. So they're both, you know, they're both so tough. I'm gonna lean towards the champ, Islam. But yeah, Arman's a motherfucker to beat. So these guys work cut out for him. If Arman doesn't do it, who I think would be among the most competitive, I don't really see who beats him. Right? Yeah, like who else? Yeah, I think that's why it's such an exciting fight, because they're kind of similar in their versatility. But I think Islam's continue to improve all around and on his feet, and tactically they've got a real brilliant team.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to see him losing.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Let us know your thoughts on the fight in the comments below. Who do you think takes the win? Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll catch you in the next one.